So what's the third one I have to do then? My third good deed as a Cinderella cursed princess. Well, all these really tied together, don't they? Oh, it's gotta be about this. About the collector you mentioned earlier. The cat breeder. Yeah, sure, but now's not a good time. Someone keeps throwing up and pooping. A lot. I'm worried he might be really sick. I don't know what to do. When did all this start? Yesterday. His tummy seemed a little upset, but I didn't think much about it. But this afternoon he still really started to explode. If you catch my drift. Sorry. I don't get it though. Nothing in his diet has changed. That does sound odd. What does he eat normally? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Sashimi, mostly. Sashimi? You're joking, right? No, of course not. Why would I joke about that? You can't feed a cat sashimi! Fish can. In the wild, cats catch the fish right out of the streams. Of course it's the same. That's not exactly the same. I have a cat and I bet you feed it those store-bought foods with all the extra vitamins and minerals added in, right? Well, yeah. Ah, sucker. You're brought into the corporate lies about pet health. Kitties can't be healthy eating those chemical swill. Chemical swill? Well, my cat's also not puking everywhere, so... Sorry, I guess you're right. I got a little carried away there. I didn't mean to be rude, especially since you're only trying to help. It's alright, your cats do seem pretty healthy. Is there anything different about today's lunch order? Now that you mention it, I usually only order one box from Soichi, the sushi vendor next door, but for the last few days, I've received 2 boxes. I didn't really think of anything until you mentioned it. Oh, what do I do? Hey, you don't seem to be busy. Why? Why don't I seem busy? I'm busy. I'm very busy. Do I have a face that says, please give me errands? Well, no. But you're a fellow cat lover and you seem nice. So it would only take a second to go talk to Soichi. Honest. I would, but I can't leave the store. I can't even think straight about the cat collector or anything else until this is off my mind. Please go talk to him. Seriously? Poor sir. I'll talk to him. Alright, I'll have a chat with the Soichi and see what he knows. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Is he poisoning the cats? Does he hate the cat noises? Soichi? Hi, Soichi, right? I was wondering if you can set up some recurring, recurring lunch orders, maybe twice a week or something. Oh. Yeah, there's no problem. Do you have any questions? What do you ask? I was just at the cat cafe next door and saw one of your boxes. And work's moving me here in a few weeks, so I thought what I could do with my options were. You've come from Sachiko's place, huh? Oh, she's had a standing order with me for years. I'm surprised a woman so small can eat 2 whole boxes. 2 boxes? No, her order was only for 1. If she was ordering 2, I'd suspect she was feeding it to her cats. Yeah, that would be crazy. Anyway, do you normally deliver them yourselves? Chico's right next door and a very sweet lady, so I try to do it personally. That said, when I came to Back Hat Lake, I asked some of the regulars around here to run it in front of me instead. If you see Sachiko, make sure you give me my cards. I'll try to go up there next time. It's about the standing order you want me set up. Oh, I need to think about that a little bit more. I'll get back to you later. Thanks for the help. A little sketchy maybe, but definitely not a cat poisoner. Finding who supplied that second box will lead me to a suspect. Oh no, is it the manga book owner guy? Because he doesn't like the cats? Could be. It's Atsushi's bookstore. Doesn't look like he's around. Can I not go inside? Hello? Accuse. You like cat cafes? Oh. You wouldn't catch me dead in a place like that. I hate cats. Every time I see one, they always try and scratch me. Huh? That's a weird thing to ask. I got a box lunch for the convenience store. Why? Okay. Cats? No, I don't like cat. I have an allergy, understand? Why does he look like a puppet? Oh, his like his cheek lines sort of look like okay, never mind. Lunch? I'm not interested, thank you. Then there's this guy. Yeah, sure, they're all right. I used to have a cat growing up. Why? Ask me on a date, lady? When I'm on the clock, I usually get a box of sushi from Soichi down the street. What? Can I just straight up just accuse people? I don't want to do that. Oh, I can't ask her. Wait, I just have to straight up just accuse someone based on what? I mean, it's probably the first guy then, right? Oh boy. I mean, just based on his... Oh boy. Oh, how'd you... Wait. It's not what you think. I rent the apartment above her shop and the furballs are already yowling all night. The nutjob owner just gives them sashimi at lunch, so I added some laxatives to it as all. I wouldn't seriously hurt them or nothing. A little cleanup is a fair payback for a cat's keeping me up day after day. That woman's ruining my damn life and doesn't care. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that either. She should be glad it was me who taught her a lesson, not someone else. Alright, fine, I get it. You're at the end of your rope. The thing is, I'm not a cat person, and I'm kind of a cop. Consider this a warning. Fine, whatever you say, lady. I mean, I accused him because he's the only one really connected to the shop at all. Or the sashimi place. This may not surprise you, but your upstairs neighbor isn't your biggest fan. Takumi, that little rat. What did he do? Is someone gonna die? If he does, I'll wring his little neck. No, it's only just some laxatives in the food. I think he wanted to ruin your day, not harm the cat seriously. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so relaxed. Relieved. If it's laxatives, Tomo should be fine in a day or two once it clears out of his system. What a little scumbag. What's his problem? He mentioned the cats have been keeping him up at night. A few weeks of that and anyone might crack. You're right. I'm so used to it I didn't notice it. But I'll get a contractor to come out and see about finally soundproofing this place. Tomo, you nearly made me you nearly made my heart stop. I'm glad you're okay. Now that one mystery is behind us, could we return to our discussion up at the collector? Of course. I've only visited her once. I wanted to add a very rare Balinese breed to the cafe after searching for weeks. I was convinced it was nowhere to be found in Tokyo. Just when I'd given up hope, I got an email out of the blue from her saying that she had a breed I was looking for and could come to her shop. Suffice to say, I was ecstatic. Business wasn't Business was doing alright, so I had some money to spare. Only she didn't want money. She wanted Panda. You wanted a pet? Wait, why is Sachiko saying that? Do you want a panda? You want a panda? No, Panda was the name of an old cat I had. He was nothing special, an old mixed breed who moved to Tokyo with me when I was starting up. I doubt I would have started this business if it wasn't for him, but he was also really old and having some health problems. The collector said she'd take care of him, give him the best medical care, feed him the best food, and his last days would be in complete comfort. In exchange, she'd give me the Balinese cat for free. That was the right thing to do, but Panda was family. What kind of person am I? Gave him away. Miss him so much. I tried to go back and give the kitten back for Panda, but the 3 cranes outside her shop were gone. I never saw her or Panda again. That's all I remember. Sorry, remembering Panda always makes me sad. Thanks for the help. I should get back to work. And that must be the 3rd crane. Yep. Oh, yeah, this looks okay. This doesn't seem right. Doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said that the cranes can grant a wish. What is it that you wish for? Huh. I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him? The collector? Collector, bro, one of the many names given to me over the years. But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say, investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes. Yes. What is it, I wonder? Ah, that's it. You're like me. After a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend. They break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course. The girl you murdered, Reina. Was that your fault? Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear. No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're certain that every choice you make is your own? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder. Acknowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing or someone else's. I don't have time for this. Of course. Our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical, and you are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information. Facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? Hanaka. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine, what do you want to know? On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. By him. Um. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this? Some sort of psyche test? I came here for answers. Enough with the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? You wanted the information to use against me. Seems like you've already got enough. Blackmail. Oh, pedestrian. Simplistic. No. No, I have no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall I continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising, considering the effect you took it to get here. The girl, Reina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes? Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife point. Why didn't you pull the trigger? Yeah, I didn't want to hurt anyone. But at the same time, I didn't want to see the outcome of that. Guess I was just a coward. Where's the coward option? I was a coward. Maybe for a police officer it sounds soft. But I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Even with Tanaka at the end of a knife, thought it might end peacefully. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills 3 times, following the doctor's orders like a good little puppet. Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you told me enough. He knows how many I took the second pill out of, like, because it was a mistake. I didn't think I'd actually take it. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... What was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path, a way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. Oh... In the dark, whether he lives, it is more difficult. The dark. It's not the first time I've heard of it. What is it? Where can I find it? Better question is, where can it not be found? Can you not feel it around you, following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. Common thread that binds all of the misery in your heart. Reina. And if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one, yes, very tangled. It begins at Abukicho, and a talent agency called Omega. Abukicho. A hard word. I had to, like, look at it 3 times. Abukicho. I know it well enough, as I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives, breeds, changes shape, and goes where it goes and pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its root, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart, like it almost already has. A dressmaker, a cat breeder, a blackmailer. Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you, except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible. So what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption. I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the love, Feeling the desires, loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I am exactly who you need me to be. Now shall we return to our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... How do you put it? Ah, yes. To clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us consider your problem. Ask? I don't know why, but... Why you gotta put it so fucking close to the screen, Ito? God damn it. I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Reina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure out... Wow. Ah, I see. A most interesting relic. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Reina want it so badly? It is a tool instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself, it all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask. Kawanas? I? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. Gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. All I know when the path's been opened. Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia, an unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique like yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppet, and if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue until we meet again? What the fuck? And now I can't get back in there more. Well, time to go to Kawanas. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I'd stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand to my shield of my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversation seemed to be pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I knew. Forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but what did I have? What choice did I have? Maybe he was right, and I was a puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation would lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to two. I had no choice but to march forward towards the leads I'd been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. Why did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Hazuki and Reina were in the dark. That much had been all confirmed. And I now had the means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark. Both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura's to visit Mai, the girl I nearly killed. I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help, but as everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. Had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me? Like me? Mask. Or this is the dark. Or mask. Kamakura. I came here to find out about the mask, but there's something I've got to do first. 6 months ago, I've sent one girl to the morgue and very nearly killed another. Since then, I'd thought about coming here to apologize to Mai Kawana countless times, but couldn't will myself to see her and be faced with my failure. I think of the fear and hurt in her eyes, and I feel nothing but shame. For my own peace of mind, I need to tell her the truth about that day and about how I lost control. Hopefully she can find it in herself to forgive me enough to help me with my investigation of the mask. Wait, it's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms blooming? Like nothing's changed since that day. Why you gotta do that comment? Meguro here? Hey, Magira! Not Meguro. Oh, it's you! I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And when I saw that picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remember meeting you and I couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Or a serial killer. Oh, of course it's not good or anything, but you know, you never know who you might meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not what it's not your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff on like there. Like, wow. Pretty wild stuff. Are you done? Oh, right. Sorry. Yes. Hello again. What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms out? It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the Prunus subtella autumnalis, that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least that's what it says online. Who'd have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of the town. Lucky, huh? Cherry blossom tree that blooms in fall? Never seen it. Are you sure you've got the facts straight? Seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Huh? You say something? Why the glum face? Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? Is Mike's grandmother still at the house over near here? You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Oh yes, that reminds me. When you were here last in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana is old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake? Can you remember anything like that? Yeah, let's just tell him. Oh, so you do know about it. That's a relief. Wouldn't want to think something so important was stolen by some riffraff, right? So do you know when they'll return it? I'll have to ask HQ about that kind of thing. Sorry. I did. I contacted them several times. They said they didn't know anything about it. They said they didn't even have it. You don't think they're lying to you, do you, detective? Who wouldn't lie about something like that? Something so precious to this town, would they? I'm sure whoever you talked to was mistaken. Yes, that must be it. I'll keep trying. Enjoy your time in Kamakura. I'm looking for Mai Kawana. You seen her? Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the happenings the last time you were here. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since. Maybe it's best for you to leave her alone. It's important I talk to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down in the street like usual. Well, it's very important to this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. A little early to think about leaving. I need to speak with Mai first. Oh, because this train station. Gotcha. Oh, oh. Go away! No visitors! Fine. This is not good. Cherry blossoms fell gently at my feet as I approached the Kawana family shrine. In front of me was Mai Kawana, still dressed in an outfit of the shrine maiden. She had seen me approach and stood there frozen and terrified, with the same helpless look on her face as when she had a knife to her throat months before. This time, it was me that she was terrified of. We were the only two people at the shrine, yet I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. Familiar presence watching from the shadows. Whoa, why am I... Whoa, what? Nope. 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 You can't make me. I'm not gonna press anything. Fuck you, Mask. I'm not gonna kill her. No. Nope. No, I won't do it. Why now? Why her? I don't have to do what you say. I'm not a puppet. I can choose. Okay. You? The detective from before? Why are you just standing there? Is it over? I'm fine. Sorry to scare you. I'm here to talk to you. See, I've never been good at apologies. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since that day. Should have come sooner. You're here to apologize. Now, I didn't hear from anyone in 6 months. Police only talked to me once, and then everyone here started avoiding me and acting like it never happened. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes me the last person you want to see now. After that day, I'm sure some police came by and told you that I was only following procedure, but that's bull. Police in this country don't go around shooting people. It's getting really loud right now. I didn't feel myself and lost control, putting you at risk. Sounds vague to say. I lost control at such a crucial time, I bet. That was really... My eyes are dizzy. My eyes are dizzy. Ugh, I'm dizzy. Ugh. Kudos on sound design. But that's the truth. The truth. It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I get so mad. Like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? Not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I imagine the only other one who understands that is you, detective. Your name's Ito, right? It's so quiet here. It's hard to imagine something like that day in April really happened in a place so peaceful. But it did. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask the redheaded girl was after. She denied knowing anything, but it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about darkness and purity. So worried about her. I'm so worried about the music and that sound effect getting louder. My gut tells me that the mask has something to do with it. I'm sorry. Please listen to me rambling away. I bet you don't care about anything of that. The truth is, I think you're right about the mask having to do something with all this strangeness. I actually came here to ask you about it. Think so too? Then let me help you. I don't know anything about, but maybe Takashi does. Oh, sorry, Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. We talk on the phone all the time, but refuses to come back and visit. I get the feeling he knows something I don't. He won't even tell me about how my parents died. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at a kendo dojo in Asakusa in Tokyo. I heard he's a big shot in the kendo world. It sounds like he'd be a good place to start. You think he'll speak to me? You can try. Never been good at opening up to strangers though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for helping me, Mai. You mean this entire time I didn't have to shoot her? I could have just waited? Was there even a timer that time? I have so many questions. I have so many questions. Asakusa, the home of the Sensoji, one of the most famous temples in Tokyo. It's also a bustling entertainment district. It remains a pocket of traditional culture surrounded by the city's high rises. Well, I can't even pull. Oh, I want to pull up Kabukicho and Kamakura's info. I guess not. My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be farther from the truth. Turns out his kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. Cautious is not in my name. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Why is the music like this? Takoyaki. Hello there, would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you buy at a food stand at a festival. It will make you question everything you knew about octopus in ball form. Who can say no to that sales pitch? Sure, I'll take some. Wow, you're right. Maybe this is the best takoyaki. This is maybe the best takoyaki I've ever had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. Oh my god, my neurosis is going crazy down. Isn't that a bad thing? Oh no, I'm relaxed. Okay, never mind. That's a good thing. So the lower neurosis, the better, and the higher sanity, the better. So just okay, sure. I get more. Yes, I can see a glimmer in your eye that tells me you won't have a hunger. A hunger for a second order of my nationally famous takoyaki. Who, me? Well, why wouldn't I? You were amazing. Yep, the struggle is real. You think I don't sit here in the presence of my own creations and not want a little taste? No, of course I do. They're delicious. You've been eating your own shit! But the extra time and effort means I don't have many on hand and have to limit to one order per customer. What? But I'm your only customer. Come on, just one more taste. Sorry, no can do. There's a reason I set up in a quiet spot like this. Otherwise, I'd sell it in minutes. Well, let me know if you change your mind. Boo. What the hell? Lucy K? Tourists likely. I can hear them speak English. My English isn't so great, so I doubt they'll be much help, but I wonder what they're talking about. Hello there! Is there something we can help you with? I don't speak... Wait, Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect! As a college professor, if it wasn't, I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in a Japanese software company, so I'd be in a bit of trouble too. Don't look at me, I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Whoa, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry. I never would have thought. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? No, I mean, no, please. Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? No, we come from Asakusa every year, and the yukata became part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though. You guys come here every year? You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for Kendo Dojo, where Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana? How does that name feel so familiar? Oh right, she's that Kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us. People say he's some kind of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, he must get a ton of wannabe Kendo masters coming to him. Seems like he trains a lot of police too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen few coming out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. Heard talk of an interdepartmental Kendo tournament. Some a matter of pride for the different regional departments. I wish my work did martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack in the jawline, haha. Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have a use for force all that much though. Yeah, anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa and I don't know anything about that specific about it. You see, it says so right here in the dojo's flyer. It was out here just 10 minutes before you came handing them out. I know it seemed like a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him though. I admit, it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our head. But we're glad we were able to help you regardless. Makes me feel a little silly now trying to learn more about him from the flyer. Considering he trained so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now. Are you associated with the police somehow? Huh? Who, me? No, of course not. I'm an investigator. See? Like a PI. Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just Sorry, I don't speak Japanese. Right? Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you find any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chests when they talked about the kendo competitions like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid it too much mind. Though it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask as yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana seems like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It's a very traditional aesthetic. Here we go. Who are you? Friend of mine. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really, you think I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine and neighbor who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be a friend to no doubt to get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read, is all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of my dojo before myself or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Whoa, well, I messed up. Well, that didn't go well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. Yeah, that did not go well at all. I don't know why I started to lie. Should have told the truth. But it's hard to really know who to trust. Kamakura is filled with so many beautiful shrines and temples and lots of hikes in the surrounding hills. Kazuki and I like coming here on our time off. It's also the place where Mai Kawana was held at knife. Oh, yep. Yep, I think I read that. I just forgot. I think I managed to find your brother. He didn't exactly seem happy to see me. Yep. Yep. You found Big Brother all right. He's been pretty protective of me ever since we were. I know I'm probably overstepping my boundaries, but would you be willing to come talk to him? I don't think he'll tell me anything on my own. You want me to help? You know, seeing you again really got me thinking. I decided that even if everyone's trying to hide it, I can't sit here and ignore what's happening. I need to understand why my family has been acting so strangely. Even my own brother is keeping me in the dark. I'm sick of it. Here, I'll come with you, Ito. If I went alone, he'd probably pat me on the head and send me on my way. But if you're there, I'm sure he'll tell me about my parents, the mask, and everything. Are you sure that's what you want? Sometimes not knowing is better, Mai. No. No more stupid little Mai. I'd rather be hurt and know than happy and ignorant. But before we go, let's check on Grandma. These days, if she doesn't know where I am at, it can really set her off. Alright, we'll make a quick stop at the house. Thanks, Mai. Oh, what do you know? Grandma's dead. 'Cause Mystery, the Dark got her. Whoa, what? A dead crow lays in the middle of the street. The small body is in a bad state of decay. Covered in dried blood, the maggots have begun eating at its remains. Why did I not notice that before? I said no visitors! Leave me alone! Grandma, it's me. Please open the door. My? Oh, my, it's you. Please come in. Yes, come in. This doesn't bode well. At least she's not dead.
Wait, what is she doing here?
It's okay, Grandma. She's here to help.
Help? Ha! Don't make me laugh. You were supposed to help me, remember? I felt something, and you were going to free me from the past.
Free you? Are you talking about the mask? Taking a drink.
Do not discuss that horrid thing here. No matter how far you go, I can still feel it.
Oh, my voice.
Like needles in my skin, dragging me to it. My dreams, I could still see that place. Have you seen it too, detective? Dark place, where those who we've lost reside. I'm so old. There's my voice again. Skills me. I'm so old and wasted so much time, and yet the pain won't go away. And poor Emiko. Miss her so much. If only I could have found her.
Emiko, you mean Mom? Find her? What are you talking about? She's gone. How could you told me she died after I was born?
Yes, of course, you should be asking about such things, Mai. If it weren't for this woman, you'd be safe at the shrine.
No, Grandma, you're wrong. I'm not safe while everyone lies to me. I'm going to see Takashi. If you don't tell me the truth, he will.
Mai, listen to yourself. You must stop. Opening the door to the past will solve nothing. Ever since you were little, I've done what I could to protect you and your brother. Please don't go down this path. You look so much like her. You know, your mother. And you, detective? Perhaps my granddaughter is too naive to see it, but you can't hide it from me. I know what you've seen, what you think you're able to do, but keep my family out of it. We've suffered enough.
You don't know anything about me, and besides, I'm not the one hiding things from my family.
Tell me, do you know the story of Izanagi and Izanami?
Grandma, this again? I'm sure Ito's not interested in hearing some old myth. Really, we should get going.
Stay right there. Though I've told you this story so many times, you don't seem to grasp its importance. I think it would be of use to this woman to hear it.
That's anyone think of Inuyasha? The anime? Just me? Okay, just me? Okay, cool.
Izanagi and Izanami were the first of the gods known to us as Kami. In legend, it was the drops of ocean water that fell from Izanagi's jeweled spear that created the islands of Japan. Fuck everything else. When they descended to our lands, they brought their love and devotion with them to the realms of the mortals. Izanagi and Izanami had many children, the deities of nature that inhabit the natural world all around us. For a time, life was peaceful. Nevermore. However, as Izanami gave birth to Katsuchi, oh god, Kakutsuchi, the Kami of Fire, she was horribly burnt and suffered mortal wounds. As she lay there dying and faced with her mortality, new Kami were born from her suffering. Kami that hid away from the light. When Izanami passed, Izanagi was inconsolable in his rage, and in his rage he struck down the child that killed his love. Unable to accept her death, he ventured deep underground to Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. Half blind and distraught with grief, he wandered in the darkness until he finally heard the voice of his beloved. Though unable to see her face, Izanagi begged Izanami to return with him. Izanami replied that she would try and asked the gods of Yomi no Kuni permission to return to the land of the living. Incapable of restraining his desire to see his love, Izanagi set his comb alight in order to look upon his lost love. What greeted him was the sight of her decaying, worm-eaten face. In horror, Izanagi attempted to flee Yomi no Kuni. Izanami, enraged, sent dark spirits to pursue him and drag him back to her. After narrowly escaping, Izanagi sealed the entrance to Yomi no Kuni with a great boulder. So you see, it is our mortality that brings suffering into the world. Yet, resisting it is a perversion of the natural order. Being mortal means we must accept that we cannot control life and death. Detective, some things cannot be changed, and some doors should never be opened. You must stop.
Grandma, you're talking about stories and myths. We're talking about real things.
The story may be a myth, but there is truth within it. Can't you see that? The things you pursue, they're unnatural, unclean. Heed my warnings and stop this foolishness. I won't let you involve my family any further. First those bastards take my Emiko and then you show up. Perhaps I'm being punished for my sins. Come here, my sweet child. We must keep you further away from her.
No, Grandma, I told you already. I'm going to see Takashi. I'm an adult now. You can't tell me what to do anymore.
No, you can't. You can't go. We must protect our family from outsiders, Mai. You're reopening old wounds. Leave us alone. Let us heal.
Heal? You think I want to heal? Can't you see how much these lies have hurt me already? You're the one wounding me, Grandma, not Ito. You're delusional. You tell us stories about kami and spirits. Takashi might hide things from me too, but at least he makes sense. This time he's going to tell me the truth about everything. Mom and Dad too.
Now stop! I'll tell you how your parents... How they...
You can't, can you? You never told me how they died. The reasons always change every time I asked.
No, Mike, please! You must listen. They might be listening. They're still out there, and they haven't forgiven me. Can't you see?
They? What are you talking about? They're insane. I'm sorry I spoke to you that way. I'll be back to check on you soon.
Don't go, please.
Bye, Grandma. I'm sorry. She's gotten much worse since you last saw her. No, it's fine. What do you think she told us? Why do you think she told us that story? About Izanagi? I don't know. It was kind of creepy, wasn't it? She was talking about it like she really believed it. Come on, let's go see Takashi. What? Let me out. Oh, hey.
Whoa, where do you think you're going? I talk like an older version of the old lady, right? Well, Bossy might be coming at a whole dead end with voices now.
Mai and I are leaving. What of it?
Oh, well, you can't. I got a call from Mai's grandmother and says she's having health issues, so she has to stay. I didn't ask what they were, but wouldn't be caught fainting on my shift again. But it must be pretty bad if she called.
Mai's an adult. Her grandmothers can't keep her here. Let's go.
No, you don't understand. You're not going anywhere.
What? Oh, fuck. Hey! Why is it my face though? Ito, what are you doing? Is he going to be okay? He'll be up again in a few hours. How do you stop us like that? You've never done that before. Still, you shouldn't have done that. He'll be fine. Let's go. Wait, we can't just leave him here. What if he's hurt? Let's go. He might not be the only one who wants to stop us. But fine. Let's go. I could have gone back, but fuck it. It's probably the worst thing I could have done.